simple name and a complex rivalry. For one side, the Big Orange is just not a color they can sit with, and the other side, Crimson, has them seeing red. Easy to assume everyone here has a lighter in hand, and now we get to see who will use it. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Volunteers will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. Crimson Tide dominated the last time they saw the Vols, blowing out Tennessee.
Man, Reese, it was roll, Tide, roll as soon as they got off the bus. David, they were bigger, they were stronger and faster, and it showed up on the scoreboard.
Oh, and Tennessee hasn't forgotten about it. You've had a year to stew on it and do something about it because you had a lot of mistakes a year ago.
They'll go to the ground. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running.
Right back to the well. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Sends it back in motion. Dropping back, it's McLeod. The sure hands, it's Alabama. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Good. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Still looking on the move. Trying to make magic. Oh, he's got some space. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll go to the air. Here's a hit. Can't find his man as he... A shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to swing it on second down. Makes the grab. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that play.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. Grab behind the line. It's Smith. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Tennessee's offense will go to work for the first time. this crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Complete to the left. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Volunteers will hustle to the line. Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Paul Bear Bryant, Johnny Majors, Nick Saban. This has been such a critical game, not just in the SEC, but all across college football as well, Dave.
Makes the grab inside the 30. On third downs, he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the left side. There he goes. Huge game before he goes out of... Now they've got it 1st and goal. The Vols, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. On the move.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run...
Big guy tries to barrel in, and he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll run the toss. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good game for this offense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Toss to the outside. At the 40, there he goes. All kinds of room to the right. No tag. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown tie.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Hauls it in. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5. And the Vols come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to print the field position with the return. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle. You saw it on the play.
Scanning the field, it's McLeod. Pocket breaking down. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. We've reached the break, and Alabama has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Wants to throw it. Makes the grab. It's good. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Fast completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. On the run, still looking. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. Backed up now. Here's second and long. To throw, it's McLeod. Grabbed over the middle. It's good. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it.
Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here.
I like the decision by the quarterback there because it's 3rd and short. You're in field goal range. Can't take a sack and knock yourself out of that field goal range. And you certainly don't want to force the football into traffic, risking an interception. Throw it away. Now you can kick the field goal if you want to.
Goodness gracious. That's 3 for 3 now on 4th downs. That's just, it's nuts. I don't think you're going to make a living on this. I don't think you're always going to make this happen. And defensively, just keep trying to get them to 4th down. You're going to get a stop on one of these plays.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Firing to the right, complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. A little screen to the running back. Lowers those pads. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Oklahoma is down right now, and that's unusual for this program. Those fans in Norman expect excellence. Let's see if they can provide the spark this team needs. They're trailing by 10 to Ole Miss. Week in and week out in the...
He's going to throw deep right side. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making. Back to throw, it's McLeod. He's got him.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Off play action. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You don't see a ton of wide receivers come in as true freshmen and just take over the game and be the best player on the field. Man, he's done that as a true freshman. It's been amazing to watch, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy hunt as a receiver, which is not a normal thing. So it kind of shows you what kind of potential he has. He can win it as a freshman. He can win it as a sophomore. Shoot, he can win it as a junior. This guy has unbelievable talent.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Making side adjustments here. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's good. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. He wants to throw it again. Now adjusting. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
To the air, it's McLeod. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the 1st half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Takes the easy throw in the flat. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Volunteers line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, it's McLeod. Right down the middle. He makes the catch. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going for 6. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. To the air on first down. Using the quick game. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Back to pass. Lets it fly. Complete downfield. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. He'll do it himself. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown ball!
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, we're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right more, and that's going to help their confidence.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Running back searching for a hole. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. He now has 79 yards rushing, and he's closing in on 1,400 for the season. They'll try to get outside. Can't get him to the ground. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
Well, a short yardage situation. They decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking for a man. It's McLeod. That's caught. It's Good. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. The Crimson Tide need just a few inches here on third down. Toss sweep to the right. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more back.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts off. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up in different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field, and the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Vols will punt this one away.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll try it over the left side. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to pass. It's McLeod. Fires to the tight end. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. It's caught. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. He doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Hit hard. He released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
They find him early, and I love it because last week they found him often. He had over 100 yards, and they found him throughout the season. This offense is built on his playmaking ability.
Touchdown, Alabama! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Trailing by 3 touchdowns, if you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Makes the tackle at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up. And you got to communicate.
And the ball's headed quickly to the line.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Gets it to him on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. And the Volunteers send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Caught behind the line. It's Smith. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass, it's McLeod. Quarterback extends the play. That's reeled in, it's Good. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. With jet sweep pass. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Steps away to find some room. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle box as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. He worked his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Powers forward. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. This is a big moment for this offense. You keep the ball this long, you have to finish the deal. 3rd and goal. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown time! And they take it in for 6 more points. The Tide is high and rolling as they try to send Rocky Top to rock bottom, and they've built a big lead.
And Alabama's simply been the more physical team in this game, and you're starting to see that exert itself here in the second half. They're pulling away, David. Tennessee's going to have to do something here, keep this thing close.
And the hard part for Tennessee is you got to stay positive. You got to believe you can win. This series hasn't always been in their favor, and they kind of know Bama's had their number of late, but they got to stay positive. They got to make something happen on this next drive.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The run from the shotgun. Sweet cut there. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense has it. They're on the move. Touchdown, Bama! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
That defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Uses a nifty move to work his way to the 24. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll leave it with him. Spins away from the defender. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the 4th quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the deep ball.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. Grabs it inside the 15. Oh, he's gone for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
And that's a first down for the offense.
The Volunteers are flying down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Vols have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's quick. Now the connection takes him to the 11.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Absolutely center cut. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but, man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going to need their defense to get a stop in this 4th quarter and get them the ball back quickly, still down by a good bit of points.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. He's got it on the left. Off and running. Past the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Here comes the offense onto the field again. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires to the big fella. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Hines is tight end. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10.
Good enough for a first down.
The give out of the gun. Got the first down and more. Breaks into the open. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun to give, looking for room. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It'll be 3rd and long.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're
fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the 4th quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know, next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
Here comes that Alabama offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Behind the chains, It's now on 2nd and long. He rifles one deep to the left. Got his man. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Dropping back, it's McLeod. Plucks it out of the air. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Scrambling away. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Complete. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated, whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams. They have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Harmon. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. The give to the left side. Forced out of bounds, good pickup there on the ground.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
He'll pull it on the read. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Grabbed behind the line. It's quick. Turning it on. He's going to have enough to pick up the... as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the...
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Vols trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football. They want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game, but they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was
a shot toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to... one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Dropping back, it's McLeod. Throws to the back. Working that left side now. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's good. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. They'll immediately call timeout.
That's a play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
And he'll be brought down.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Pulls it in. It's Alamet. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Alabama quickly back to the line. Quarterback making adjustments. Got his man on the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. With the clock running, this should be the final play. If there's time to pad the stats. Moving away from pressure. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag.
Intentional grounding offense.
The official is offered the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So Alabama once again takes the win in this smoking hot rivalry between the Vols and the Crimson Tide, and the party in Tuscaloosa will last well into the night. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.